Stock division, Will Gates, number 83, and Ryan Gates, number 97, will be in row number 1. Row number 2, Sean Kirby, the number 3K to the inside. Outside him will be Tim Bailey in the number 7K, or 7X, excuse me. Tyler Busher's X15 and Rick Duskus, the number 3, make up row number 3. Mike Durham in the number 4, and Ken Hartshorn in the 75, make up row number 4. Row number 5, that is the 6 of Stephen Gilmore and Lee Miller in the number 77, and Luke Hall's number 66 will round out the field. And finally, our flag stand looks a heck of a lot better than it did all night long. We got Mike Ollie, Christy Paddock ready to turn the ponies loose. Turn number 4, green flag is in the air. Down to turn number 1 and 2, couple of guys getting together. Everybody gets away clean and green, and they'll head down to turn number 3 and 4 for the very first time. Down the backstretch, they will go out in front of the field. Here comes Sean Kirby. He'll bring him off turn number 4 outside of the racetrack. Chasing him down will be Kenny Hartshorn in that number 75. Hartshorn goes to the inside. Kirby way to the outside. Kirby's going to get up into the loose marbles, and Hartshorn able to drive by. Now we got a bunch of cars coming together over at turn number 2, and caution flag is out on the Speedway.
We got a car high and 2.
We got a car off the racetrack, or way up on the top side in turn number 2. That is the number 83 machine of Will Gates. He got facing around in the wrong direction. A bunch of cars getting together and bringing out our caution flag early. Looks like everybody got them fired back up. Everybody driving around. Our leader midway down the backstretch.
Take that, Ryan.
Kenny Hartshorn is your leader in the number 75. Sean Kirby got it way off the top of the racing surface. Had to backpedal to keep the car underneath him, and he's going to end up losing a couple of spots, I believe. I'm not sure where he came back out when the caution flag did wave. So, Mike Leclerc going to show the white flag to the field this time as they go by. So Hartshorn, your leader, has decided to go to the outside. He has lane choice on the restart. Sean Kirby still did hold on to that second spot, so he'll be on the inside of the racetrack as we get ready to go back to green. Inside row number 2, that'll be Steve Gilmore in the number 6 machine. Outside him would be the 97 of Ryan Gates as we get ready to go back to green.
I didn't see the star when you got that.
I don't know. Green flag's going to wave off turn number 4. Back to racing action we go. Our final feature of the evening here on Ray Service Center tonight at Can-Am. 3 cars down to turn number 1 and 2. Gilmore goes up the hill. Sean Kirby comes to the bottom of the racetrack. Hartshorn to the outside. Kirby looks to be the leader. Puts a nose out in front of Hartshorn. They'll head down into turn number 3 and 4. Hartshorn's going to stay on the outside. That seems to be where it worked for everybody else. Hartshorn off the bottom of the Speedway comes charging down the front stretch. But it'll be Sean Kirby continuing to show the way. Kirby takes him into turn number 1 and 2. Hartshorn holding on the second spot. Here comes Steve Gilmore. Gilmore right behind him. We got one car slow midway down the front stretch.
Yellow.
Gonna have to go yellow as the number 77 of Lee Miller has a rear tire.
Stay single file.
Down the back, just nose to tail the rest of the field as they work off turn number 3. This time out, Mike Leclerc will look him over. Green flag will come back into the air when they hit turn number 4. Kirby down to turn 4. He'll pound the throttle, brings the field off turn number 4. On the stretch, they will go. Steve Gilmore taking advantage of the restart, slides underneath Kenny Hartshorn in the number 75. Rick Duskus had a nose up along there for a second, but Hartshorn's going to drive right back on the outside as they go down into turn number 3 and 4. They'll head nose to tail down to turn number 3. Kirby trying to hold him off, works right through the middle of the speedway. Gilmore goes about a half a groove higher. Hartshorn now trying to hold on to spot number 3. He's got company as Rick Duskus squares it off, looks to the inside off turn number 2. Duskus comes down the hill, nothing there on the bottom side, so Hartshorn's able to hold on to the number 3 spot. They'll go into the north end of the speedway this time with Kirby opening up about a 2.5, 3-car advantage off turn number 4 down the front stretch. He will come as he continues to try to stretch that lead out in front. Kirby off turn number 2 down the backstretch. They will go side-by-side battle for the number 3 spot. Rick Duskus comes to the bottom of the racetrack. He'll slide the nose underneath the Hartshorn number 75. Door handle to turn number 3. Bottom of the racetrack, Duskus to the inside. Hartshorn to the outside. Duskus going to drive underneath him. Rick Duskus going to take over spot number 3. The D&S Garage Ride out of Watertown, New York. Now settles up into that 3rd spot, and he'll look at the back of Steve Gilmore's number 6, but meanwhile, out in front of the field, it is the number 3K of Sean Kirby coming to the halfway point. Kirby down the front stretch, almost a half a straightaway advantage over the field down to turn 1 and 2. Off turn number 2, Rick Duskus again going to battle with Stephen Gilmore's number 60. They'll exit the turn down the backstretch. Gilmore 1 car length, now half a car length, into turn number 3. Duskus going all the way to the bottom of the racetrack, trying to find some moisture on the inside. Squares it off this time. Comes right to the inside of Gilmore. Gilmore with a nostril out in front at the line. But this time, Rick Duskus is going to take advantage off turn number 2. Duskus now takes over the 2nd spot midway down the backstretch. 5 more laps to go when they come to the line. And right now, Rick Duskus, everything on his mind is trying to reel in Sean Kirby out there almost 3/4 of a straightaway in front of him as they go down to turn number 1 and 2. What Rick Duskus is praying for right now would be a caution, but Sean Kirby is in his own zip code right now as he'll head into turn number 3 and 4. Kirby very quickly, or carefully I should say, works to the middle of the speedway, brings the car down the front stretch, not overdriving it, just making sure he hits his marks down to turn number 1 and 2. He'll come off turn number 2. 1 car slow midway down the backstretch. Keep it in Tim Bailey in the number 7 machine. As he is slowed down into turn number 3, he will be able to clear the field to the top side, will remain under green. So Sean Kirby down the front stretch one more time, continuing to hold on to about a half, 3/4 of a straightaway lead over Rick Duskus as they go down to turn number 2. Gilmore 3rd, followed by Kenny Hartshorn in the 75, then a distance back to Tyler Bushy in the Pink Panther, the X15 ride. He'll be followed by Lee Miller, and then the 83 of Will Gates and the 97 of Ryan Gates. They work into turn number 2. Parallel flags out, just 2 more trips around the speedway for Sean Kirby. There is lap traffic out in front of him, but far enough away where I don't think it's going to be a problem as he swings down the backstretch. He'll head towards turn number 3. White flag will be coming out this time. Kirby right through the middle of the speedway, keeps his foot on the throttle, drives smoothly up off the turn. He'll come down the front stretch. White flag waving, Sean Kirby trying to seal up the win here. He'll take him off turn number 2 again. Lap traffic about 4 car lengths out in front of your leader, and he's going to very quickly slide underneath Ryan Gates down to turn number 3. Puts him down a lap. He'll work through turn number 3 and 4. Final time. Checkered flags wave off. Sean Kirby's going to score the win. 2nd spot's going to go to Rick Duskus. He'll be followed by Stephen Gilmore. They'll be followed back to the line by Kenny Hartshorn in the number 75, and then it'll be Tyler Bushy holding on to the next spot as they work off turn number 4. Bushy will finish in the number 5 spot. He'll be followed by the 77 of Lee Miller, and Will Gates in the number 83. Well, back to victory lane once again here, the 2019 racing season for the number 3K of Sean Kirby out of Watertown, New York, getting the steering wheel off inside, helmets off now on the inside of the number 3K, getting the belts undone and ready to climb out on the backside. Your Fabco Pro Street Stock winner here this evening. And now climbing up, put your hands together here, Sean Kirby! Sean, congratulations. Nice job out there.
Yeah, not bad for blowing a motor last week. I need about 5 more wins to pay for that.
Yeah. Now, I got to ask you probably have no idea where anybody is behind you out there. How do you, once you get out front, you just try to keep your cool and make sure you hit your marks?
I had no clue. I thought somebody was there the whole time, honestly. I was waiting for my father to stick a nose in there because he's been fast the last 3 weeks. And the last 5 laps I started getting really, really loose, so I was waiting for him to stick a nose there.
I'm kind of curious. We were talking about the racetrack with a couple of the drivers earlier. There's a lot of tack here on the front stretch and the back stretch, but once you swing into the turns, that all goes away.
Yeah, it's either the very, very top or the very, very bottom, right on the tires. And earlier I was up top and it was there, and I went to the bottom and I'm like, wow, there's something down here, so I just stayed down here.
People you want to thank, Sean?
I got to thank DNS Garage, especially for the blowing motor last week. Jesse's Pet Spa, DeLines Auto Body, Diamond Cut, KDM Customs, the whole crew, Berkey, my dad, my grandfather, my mother, and my daughter.
Congratulations. Back in victory lane again in 2019, your Fabco Pro Stock winner, Sean Kirby.